Chapter 5, Molecules and Compounds. Scientists organize things. They categorize and they divide things up and try to make sense out of stuff. And so compounds and elements and pure substances and mixtures are one way that we look at different substances. So let's look at sugar and salt as examples. Table sugar. So here there's sugar. Wait, that's not the sugar. Here's the sugar. Here's a little sugar packet. This person's going to put it in their tea. If we look in on the sugar packet, we see that the sugar molecules, this is a compound. It has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. And they're composed and put together in a very particular way. And the properties of the compound sucrose are very different from those of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, carbon would not be a great thing to put in your tea, right? The lead in your pencil, the graphite, that's carbon. It's not a sweetener, is it? Oxygen and hydrogen are flammable gases. Those wouldn't be good to put in your tea either. So when we combine elements into compounds, then their properties change significantly. Looking at table salt. Table salt is sodium chloride. This is elemental sodium. It is a very soft metal. You can cut it with a butter knife. It's very soft, very reactive with water. Here's elemental chlorine. It's a gas at room temperature. It's toxic. So neither one of these are something that you would want to be sprinkling on your food, right? And yet when we put them together and make the compound sodium and chloride, we've got table salt. And your body needs a certain amount of sodium chloride in order to stay alive. The properties of the compound are very different than the properties of the elements that compose the compound. Okay, and this is something that I think the general public does not have a good grasp on. You know, we talk about, that thing has mercury in it. Thimerosal, it's evil, it's got mercury in it. Mercury's dangerous. Well, yes, elemental mercury is dangerous, and many mercury compounds are dangerous, but just because something has a dangerous element in it doesn't mean necessarily that the compound is dangerous, because sugar contains explosive gases. Does that mean we should never ever eat sugar? Table salt contains a metal that reacts with water to produce flames. Why are you sprinkling that on your meat, right? Well, because it's sodium chloride, it's a compound. The properties are very, very different than the properties of the individual elements. So this is one of these pet peeves of mine with the general public.